I was one of those people on the night of the referendum when the vote came in that there was a relief that it wasn't a 51% yes, because I thought the 51% yes would have been the worst of all possible worlds. We'd be on our 5th recount now anyway, and the fires of hell would have been released from Westminster and the vested interests of the elites in those parties. But if we get independence, we have to take all of the people with us. I don't mean 100%. I want 70% at least. And I do believe had we got over that barrier of 50 odd percent, not when it happened, a week later, it would have snowballed and we could possibly have got to 60, 65%. But we have to have that mandate from the Scottish people. And that means we have to speak to people who voted no. And as a member of Yes Scotland, I'm very proud to have been part of the whole campaign. We failed to convince enough people that it was safe to vote yes. People were still allowed to be scared. Now we can see why that was. We can talk about bias, we can talk about the vow or whatever you want to do, but particularly women, and right the way through the whole campaign, my mantra all the time was, if we don't get women, we've lost this. And eventually it started to get through, and Women for India, I think, did a fantastic job in convincing lots of people. And what was amazing for me was the amount of women that came up to me saying that they voted yes or decided to vote yes with only 2 weeks to go. And another few of my really good pals who I love dearly came up to me after the STV debate and said, "You nearly made me vote yes." But no, I didn't convince them enough, you know, and it doesn't mean I don't love them any less. Some of my dearest pals voted no. It was hard, it was difficult, and our relationships have suffered slightly, but I want to convince them. I want them to feel safe, and if we don't do that, then independence won't really be that. It won't be for the whole country. Maybe this is the best of all possible worlds that we're about to, if it happens, send down 40 SNP MPs. I likened it the other day to throwing a squib up a close and going, "Hey, take that, Westminster," and running off. And there's something intrinsically Scottish about that, that we've decided on possibly another route, because by simply giving your vote over to Labour, who have not delivered, I'm not saying they haven't delivered anything, who have not delivered, in my opinion, for the people who need it the most. And I think the best possible scenario for them is that the SNP go down there and keep them honest. One of the problems in Scotland is they've never really been challenged. I don't think they've really recovered from the fact that the SNP have won in Holyrood. And therefore, this is another route for us to go, you know, here, let's take another step along here and make this place better. And that's the difference in politics. We don't sit and wait for a Westminster politician to deliver things for us. We make sure as a population that our involvement is such that we say, no, we will do it along with you. Because then you're no longer a child. I think there's a real grown-up thing that has to happen in Scotland, where we've been in a sort of permanent adolescence for a long time. And we just blame the parents for everything that went wrong. Well, we should step up.